we haven't done anything spectacular. Overall, we've been in this range. We entered this range back here September 19th. We're just shy of a month inside this range from here to here. So until that breaks, I kind of want to say sideways until not. I would still rather be a dip buyer down here at these levels. The annoying part is buying the dip before it gets down here. So if it does bounce and turn, there will be I will buy that dip, but it's going to be one of those things that I feel gets lost in context, because you'll see me talk about how successful that trade was. And it's not that I'm ignoring the small L's I took along the way to get there, but they do add up. So when you're playing in this chop or this range, just keep that in mind, because by the time you do nail that one and it is finally right, you got some makeup work to be done. Right now, I am still bullish, and I don't want to draw 5,000 zones right here. But we are going to move this one down, as a matter of fact. And I'm going to explain why. So I thought about just making a speed bump zone right here. You guys can all see this. I'm surprised no one's even asked, hey, is that a speed bump zone? We've seen that a million times. Hang on, I got to clean these up. These look way too busy. But look back right here. We did jump up. We sold back off. The buyers are still holding it up right here. From here, here, here. If you're going to the absolute peaks, your buyers are really, if we were really zone this out, maybe traditional supply and demand style, that's where they're at. I like to fine tune it, just kind of candle bodies, use these wicks as the outliers to manage my stops. But I got to say that it's not that this wasn't a zone or something to be recognized earlier. Playing the back and forth game. We finally make it up, play the back and forth game, make it all the way down, play the back and forth game. Tried it, got a little bit shorter right inside here. So we are going to, final answer. That's the colors. That's how it works. Yeah. All right, let's leave that there. I know the second I say bullish to all-time highs, like we're going to rally this thing up. We're going to drop down. Everyone's going to think he was wrong. I told you the bears were here. And then it's going to turn. Is there, sorry about the ads. There shouldn't be on these. Sorry about that. NVIDIA tried to hold the Qs. The other 6 were lost. Yeah, they didn't get the memo. I did see that. Maybe it's just a rotation out of everything into NVIDIA. We are going to borrow. Did I already pull that up? Yeah, so we are going to borrow these. Let me just type that in as we go. SPY. We got 583.26. And then that lower level was 562.70. Look at that. We probably could have left the not Bollinger Bands. We could have left those expected moves on there and probably been fine. They were $1 off. How wild. Shows you how crazy this whole time has been. Still can't get above that. I thought we were really going to break above that. I thought we were gearing up for it. But like we said 1,000 times before, it's a zone until not. However annoying that is. Now, I did buy the Qs this morning. I told you guys last night I would. I did do it this morning. Not doing that again. So that will be if the Qs don't turn around, it's just going to be a loss. I'm holding it. That's why I went with options, like I explained yesterday, instead of futures contracts. And because I feel like to give that the wiggle room it needs, that's going to be a pretty decent loss compared to I can just go cheap and buy some options contracts, not worry about it, and go risk in capital. Which is usually the opposite of what I do. Typically, when things get choppy, I gravitate towards futures. But now it's this level of chop. And Steve always says he wants to learn what I'm doing or what I'm seeing. And this is the one time I wish I could put into words what I feel. But I just know that this is the time something feels off. And maybe it is just elections around the corner and no one's making any big moves. Certainly feels like that volume-wise. We're hanging on to we're either tying the excuse to it or we're hanging on to it. However you want to look at it, it's just the tiniest excuses that don't matter 6 days out of the week, but all of a sudden, that 7th day, someone says, "Oh, this is it," and then everybody just runs with it. So I don't know. I'm sure the Bears are excited they got a red candle. Even if I was bearish and I was all in puts, I probably would have closed that at the bell. I don't think I would have swung that. And that's, again, unbiased, how much I just don't trust this right now. If Cody was trading futures back on that smaller time frame, this is the time I would tell him, sit this week out, I think. Until we pick a direction. Look what we've done. Here's the Qs. This is the 4-hour chart. Again, almost a month inside, and we've done nothing. Let's just pick a president already and get it done. Is that what we're waiting on? Qs, let me just jot these down real quick. QQQ, we got 498.07. $1 off. 498.07. QQQ, 476.57. 57 cents off on this one. Yeah. So weeks inside this, and the Bollinger Bands are moving on a $500 product, moving 50 cents. If I call it Bollinger Bands again, I'm probably going to end the stream. Probably going to lose my mind. All right, Russell, he's still dazed and confused. He's watching Grey's Anatomy or something. Doesn't know what he's doing. Holding this zone. Not much to talk about. We are going to start breezing through the Russell. Until anybody says, hey, I'm trading that, that's kind of where I'm at. 224.70. I am going to leave it up. We're going to breeze right through it, but it is still a major market. 213.60. Just small cap. They are a sector. And Tom Lee, what he's probably waiting for is an absolute blast-off victory lap. Oil was up almost 4% today. I feel like the market is deciding if it needs to price in risk. Israel has been a bit of a loose cannon, and if they hit Iran's oil production, it can cause some issues. If it's a nothing burger, we can rip. See, Dom, is it just a coincidence or what? Here's where all that started, right at these levels. So I hear you, but is that also one of those, are we just looking for an excuse and tying it to that one kind of things? That's not even pushback. That's just zones of the levels we trade. The reasons we trade them can vary. Yeah, that's it, and I agree. I'm not even pushing back. This is not even a debate. It's just, why is there so many coincidences?